As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Eskorte Skies Unknown. Und ja,
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army. With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power. HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting. I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense. With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there. Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Das heißt, wir haben keine Ahnung, ob wir auf einen Gegner oder einen Verbündeten zufliegen. Und müssen jetzt noch irgendeinen beschützen, während alle Satelliten down sind. Ja. Das kann interessant werden. Hm. Ich glaube, diesmal nehme ich dich mit. F35. Dich. Zeile habe ich ja, glaube ich, diese Bomben drin, ne? Habe ja in der letzten Folge ein bisschen bemerken müssen, dass die Raketen immer noch zu wenig sind. Ah.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Ja, das kann jetzt lustig werden. Beschützen den Offizier. Ich kann das nicht aussprechen. Hätte man sich da nicht bessere Namen einfallen lassen können. Mal ganz im Ernst. Ah, das kann man gar nicht mehr
To
aussprechen.
the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. Process will be faster if you get a close-up well-set image.
Well, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Das bist du. Du bist Verbündeter.
War is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire. Jets everywhere on the streets.
Gott, das hat keiner gesehen. Das hat jetzt keiner gesehen. Ihr habt nichts gesehen. So, dann starten wir mal die Mission.
Are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. Process will be faster if you get a close-up well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Nochmal, das krieg ich jetzt
War
nicht.
is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock.
Auf die?
The city under martial law. Gunfire. Jets echoing through the streets.
Das war mir zu knapp.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. On site. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Du, Helikopter, Verbündete, du, auch bitte.
Strider Squadron. Identify the unknowns along the route.
Bin dabei. Die. Dabei. Lass mir herausfinden, wo der überhaupt lang will.
Check your TAC terminal.
Na,
It's urgent.
was ist ein Flieger?
The negotiations were successful.
Verbündeter.
More the merrier. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Was bist du? Feind, Freund oder Feind? Wahrscheinlich Feind, wenn alle verschießen. Ja.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along the
Seht
highway
ihr
to
wahrscheinlich
Long
Feinde,
Range.
wenn ihr ein...
We're taking
Ihr
the
seid
route to the highway, the next ramp.
Alright.
Lancaster, we're taking fire from the vehicles ahead.
Attention, Ocean forces. Your target is carrying a piece on fire.
Seid ihr Verbündete? Wer ist Verbündete? Du auch. Du? Auch. Du bist Feind.
There's a vehicle ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
Let's go.
Shot. Communication network still not online. We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a closed door.
Und tschüss. Erstmal auf die konzentrieren, wo die direkt auf dem Weg liegen.
Are now gone. There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. No good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Has changed. Keep your eyes on the vehicle. Out of your sight.
Natürlich ist es ein Panzer.
Here comes a traitor, Lombard. Cast. Really don't want the war to end, do they?
So, dann hier sind die Luftstreitkräfte. Was bist du?
We got some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Feind. Ja, das sollte ich jetzt mal. seid ihr denn da drinnen? Also, kommt doch mal raus, damit ich euch treffen kann. Alter, im Ernst? Seht euch doch mal. Das treffe ich euch nicht. Ja, dann komm da raus, damit ich dir helfen kann. Ich kann dir doch nicht helfen, Kollege. Mein Gott. Alter. Alter. Kannst du mal aufhören, nicht getroffen zu werden? Mein Gott, endlich. Mein Gott. Bist du? Mein Gott. Ich kann halt absolut nicht lesen, weil ich komplett aus dem Kampf konzentrieren muss. Außer der ist was da, ne? Irgendwo hier rechts müsste dann der Heliport sein. Da, hinter der Brücke. Oder hinter der Brücke, besser gesagt. Ich könnte halt so direkt kratzern. Ey, sag doch meinen Namen und ruft bei Kratzer. Mehr Ernst. Ah, zu spät. Die Bodentruppen hier reduzieren. Tschüss. Wo sind wir hier? Wo denn? Seh nicht. Da hinten. Ey. Da fliege ich mal da hinten, um die Dinge zu sichern. Oder identifizieren. Okay, das war Verbündete.
I can't believe Russia is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, Richard.
So, jetzt geht's in die Luft, Leutchen.
Hostile armored forces outside of the zone. I'm thinking that we should go say hi when they run the general.
Also ich kann hier nicht mal die anderen Raketen benutzen, weil der dann nur die Gelben anvisiert und abschießen will. Deswegen muss ich mit denen aufpassen, auf wen ich schieße. Okay, dann halt nicht. Oh Gott. Was seid ihr?
It's a Russian military.
General's orders. Everyone wants to meet him.
Erstmal identifizieren dieser Verbündete. Schön.
Officers from countries annexed by Russia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Ihr seid hier, dann mache ich mal wieder. Und die nicht nerven. Au, der hat gesessen. Der hat gesessen. Komplett daneben sind, oder? Nee, gar nicht. Okay. Flieger zu identifizieren ist schwerer als Bodentruppen.
We turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way.
Und?
This is the General's network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
Nice, ist jetzt Medi drin.
I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
Drohnen, glaube ich.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Okay. Ich will ja jetzt nicht so mit 300 km/h gegen lang fliegen, weil sonst sieht es aus, als wenn ich da angreifen will. Ah, ich bleib nur dahinter. Das mit den 3 Kratzern. Was? Halt jetzt.
Unknowns attacking the Gulf's plane. Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative. What? They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit. That's all we can do.
Die grünen Jets soll ich nicht angreifen. Ich soll erstmal die gelben
ID
identifizieren.
complete. They're Ocean fighters. What's going on?
Stay sharp.
Hä?
Right. I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wie hältst du aus? 3? Ja, 3. Ja, der will den anderen anvisieren. Ich aber nicht. Weil die anderen, die helfen mir ja.
Aim carefully.
Ja, ich will es nicht riskieren. Und da unten ist noch was. Auch da unten. Hier ist noch einer.
They're in my way.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is. Drive. Missing the drive.
Und der Antrieb.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
A Russian aircraft. This is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Ja, es wäre sehr nett, wenn ihr uns nicht angreift.
Hear me on this channel, OC craft. Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition. What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down. We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wir dürfen jetzt die Eskorte vernichten.
Understood.
Wilco.
You can aboard the MQ-89 launch. Our commands are already. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault. It's crazy. I built something like that. Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Und da sind ja noch mehr. Och nee, das sind so ein MQs.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Nicht für sich 2 Raketen, ich brauche nur eine.
Enemy on your back.
5 minutes remaining.
5 Stück noch.
Bandits left.
4 Stück noch.
3 bandits to go.
Einer. 3. Ich hab gerade einen erwischt. Raketen, super.
Bandits left. Show 'em what you got. Target acquired.
Ich sehe gerade, ich habe noch 20 Raketen. Das heißt, hätte ich vorhin den mehr Raketen nicht reingenommen, hätte ich wahrscheinlich schon wieder keine mehr.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
Und wir haben sogar noch irgendjemanden gerettet. Irgendeinen Zivilisten. Oh, das war doch der Doktor von dem Mihai. Oder? Ich glaub schon.
The Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like to dismiss. I can't!
Wer war das jetzt?
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Das war aber nicht ich.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknown?
Das war nicht ich. Ich hatte ein anderes Flugzeug. Ich habe ein anderes Flugzeug. Ich war das nicht. So. Okay. Was war
In
das?
order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
Warum?
What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations.
Oh,
I
nicht
mean, I
mehr
know
ernst.
it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Weinen. Okay. Naja, jedenfalls hoffe ich, euch hat die Folge gefallen. Die war mal etwas anders mit dem ganzen Identifizieren. Ist mal was ganz lustig gewesen. Und ich glaube, ich habe das Gefühl, dass das jetzt auch die ganze Zeit so bleiben wird erstmal. Oder zumindest die nächsten paar Missionen. Und ja, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und tschüss.